So let me go ahead and get started with what I want to talk about this morning. First of all, listen, I have been creating videos, and so if you are not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, go on over there to YouTube and subscribe to Jackie R. That's Jackie Robinson, Life Abroad. I welcome all new subscribers, and I thank and appreciate those of you who have already subscribed. I got about 64 subscribers, and so I'm not that concerned about the numbers. It's the quality of the information that I am presenting that is more important to me. So if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. You're more than welcome. Again, my YouTube channel is Jackie R. Life Abroad. Thank you. So let me go ahead and get started with what I wanted to talk about today. I left Atlanta on December the 16th. And it wasn't just a haphazard decision to leave the USA and come to a foreign country. No, it was a goal that I had for the last 5 or 6 years. I had started planning even well before I retired from my last job as a communications director at the Dallas Athletic Club. And I had my eyes really set on going to Spain. Spain is someplace that I've visited, and it suited me quite well. But for my first time out, I was advised to go to Mexico as a soft landing. Why Mexico? Because it has easy access back to the United States. I can fly from either Mexico City or from Cancun and get back to the U.S. in 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. And so if I needed to hop back to the U.S., boom, I had the access right there in a short period of time. Traveling to Spain is about 10 hours, 12 hours, and I didn't want to initially go that far and then have to come back for whatever reason to the United States. And so I pretty much got rid of everything, my car, my furniture, all the clothes, everything that I practically had in my house, my lovely house. I got rid of it and streamed down to 3 suitcases. I could have done 4, but when you're traveling as a solo traveler, you have to take into consideration how much luggage, how much clothing, how many shoes, how many purses, how much stuff do you really need when you're traveling from one country to another country. And so I pretty much am living my life out of 3 suitcases, and I try not to buy a lot of new things where I am and just rely on the pieces that I have brought with me. And so a lot of you have asked me questions. Some of my friends have asked me questions. What is it like living in Mexico? And I have to tell you that I'm pretty much enjoying where I am. I am in Merida, Mexico right now. I've been here for like 5 months. But to tell you the truth, I'm ready to move on to somewhere else. Now, let me get back to what I really wanted to talk about. And that is for those of you who are still in the United States, things have gotten really shiggity in the country. I mean, I'm not going to get into Trump, and because you all elected him, whoever voted for him, you get what you voted for. And so that's a whole different political subject that I'm not going to touch on. But what I want to talk about is I subscribe to this news channel called StreamYard. And every time I open up StreamYard, not StreamYard, Smart News, I take that back, it's Smart News. And every time I open up Smart News, I'm just trying to check the news. These are the things the headlines that I have. And it's so negative, the shit that's going on in America. It's like, okay, here's one. Uh, moment Miami Uber driver pulls gun on passenger. Okay. Um, Cassie names the people who saw Diddy abusing her. Okay. After Anderson Cooper called out Trump observed speech about white South African refugees. That's a whole nother subject. These white South African refugees. What's the one about Tamar Braxton, or was it which one of them? One of those Braxton girls that went to her son's graduation with a revealing outfit. It's like starving for attention. Why would you even wear something like that to your son's graduation? Okay. Racist uh, activity against Black people is constant. Every day there's some type of news story going on about racist activity. Okay, what's another one? Trying to see here. A lot of this stuff is about Trump, Trump, Trump. Ooh, this TikToker, this influencer, Valeria Marquez, was gunned down while she was doing a live video. Somebody just came into her shop and shot her dead. Okay. Oh my God. I remember Real House of Atlanta when it first started, and it was a pretty nice reality show. I love Nene Leakes. I love Nene. Okay. Now it's like, where did they get these women from? And that doggone Kenya Moore, why in the world, girl, would you show some explicit pictures at the opening of your hair spa? It make it make sense. Okay. Now you got Shamia Morton. Dishes breakdown of Portia. You got Portia and Dennis and Drew. It's like, what is wrong with these Black women that they're getting on reality TV and they're making fools out of themselves? I mean, there should be other examples of Black women and there are plenty of other examples of Black women who are doing positive things, who are contributing to their community. But it seems as though you all are fixated on mess and the drama. Okay. Jennifer Hudson slammed as garbage interviewer over Keisha exchange. Okay. It's just story after story after story. It gets to be like, I don't know what's wrong with people. And so the cost of living in the United States has gone up. I read earlier today where a few months ago, a carton of eggs was $6.50, and they were happy that the cost of eggs had gone down to like $5. And that's ridiculous. $5 for a carton of eggs. I tell you, I pay $1.25 in US dollars for a carton of eggs here in Mexico. So the advantages of being in Mexico, one thing is food costs a lot different. It hits a lot different. Okay. Then I was reading where they were talking about rent has gone up 50%. People are paying 40% of their salaries for rent. In Miami, the average rental property is now $2,000, $3,000 a month. And not only that, the income requirement has gone up to over $100,000 a year. And so, in other words, if you are a low income person, or you're thinking of moving from wherever you are, let's say you were in Ohio and you want to get to the warmer weather, and you're thinking about moving to Miami, and you try to get an apartment, you now have to prove that you're making over $100,000 a year to get an apartment. And so it's just the cost of living, the drama, the shiggity coming out of Washington, D.C., the assault on African Americans, the DEI, the war against the universities, the colleges, that whole mess with Shadur Sanders, how they played that family, and they're still after him by releasing news stories about one negative aspect after another. And so it's frustrating. It's very frustrating to live in America. And so I had to leave. At my age, I'm in my 70s. Okay. I know I don't look it, but I am in my 70s. And after I retired, I just said I can no longer put up with the mess that goes on in the United States. It's just, if you are a compassionate person, if you feel for others, and then it becomes really difficult when you see your neighbors and you see your friends suffering. And so it was better for me to leave the United States and stretch my retirement dollars, because if I had stayed in the US, I too would be living the type of lifestyle where uh, I'd have to stream down quite a bit in order to live comfortably off of the monies that I have. But now I'm living where they treat me the best. And so if you want to know about life in Mexico, or as a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to leave Merida not too soon after the heat dies down. Right now it's hot. It's hot as hell in Merida, Mexico. Okay, if you want to know about life in Merida, I need you to go on over to my YouTube channel, Life Abroad, Jackie R. Living Life Abroad. I have all kinds of videos over there, right, that talk about the 10 tips to prepare for the rainy season, because it's getting ready to rain. My trip to Progreso, what was it like to be at the beach? Went to Oaxaca. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to talk about Oaxaca. But I've got videos over here that talk about my experiences of living here in Merida, Mexico. I think one of the ones that people found very interesting was the one about the food trucks. Every night the food trucks gather at the park, which is about a block or so from me. They have the food trucks. There's Uber here, and then there's also a ride share service called Didi. So I did the one about Uber versus Didi. Okay, and I think, where's the one about my dentist? I found some really great guys who have been doing my dental work, and that cost me a lot less of being in the United States. For what I needed, it was going to be about 25 to 30 damn $1,000. But these fellas have put together a plan that's not going to cost me any more than $6,000 to get implants and to get my mouth together. Now, this one was a popular video about my apartment here in Merida, Mexico, where I pay $750 a month for a lovely apartment. And so going over here to to my YouTube channel and subscribe if you want to know what it's like living in Merida, Mexico, or just if you're considering leaving the United States. Go on over there to my channel and subscribe, because I'm going to be posting even additional videos about life as a solo traveler, as an expat, at my age. Again, I'm in my 70s, and I know I look damn good for my age. But yeah, it took a lot of courage for me to do what I'm doing. And sometimes I miss my old house. I miss my family. I miss my friends. But life for me has been really good here in Mexico. I'm digging it, and I'm looking forward to going other places. What's coming up for me? It might be Peru. It might be Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, or Medellin, Colombia. It might be Quito, Ecuador. It might be Granada or Madrid, Spain. I have been blessed and I'm fortunate enough to be able to afford to do these things, but it was not easy. It was not easy at all. I had a plan, a goal, and one of the main goals that I had was to save at least $10,000 before I traveled. So I did a lot of cutback. I made sacrifices, and I was able to meet my goal of having a minimum of $10,000 before I even decided to leave the United States. And so that's something that you seriously need to take into consideration, is that you're going to need money. That you're going to have money to be able to leave the United States, whether that's you cut back on your expenses now, go low and slow and save as much as you can, or sell everything that you have to gather that amount of money to be able to move to another country. Mexico has a lot to offer. Merida was deemed the safest city in Mexico, and so that's why I selected Merida, Mexico. But go on out there to my channel, my YouTube channel, and check it out. Again, people have been asking me, what's it like to live in Mexico? What's it like to be an expat? And I am making these videos just for you to be able to make some informed decisions about whether or not you want to rough it out in the United States and hope that it gets better over the next 3 years and you elect someone else president, or if Trump has his way, he might come back in for another third term. It's all left up to you and how you all play that out. But in the meantime, if you are considering leaving the United States, plan accordingly. Plan now, and be prepared. Again, I'm Jackie Robinson, living life abroad. My YouTube channel is right here. Where is it? It's right here. Okay. Yep, my YouTube channel is here, and I need you all to go on out there and subscribe to the channel. I love you. Ti amo, and thank you for watching. It's been a blast.